a digital reduction.
Hi guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. I don't know why I keep doing this shoulder action. I think it's because I'm trying to use my hands less, and this just makes me feel like I'm doing something. I don't know. But anyway, welcome back. Bringing you guys along with me on my total wellness journey. And this week we have to talk about one of the biggest barriers to entry for exercising for Black women, and that's hair. That may be a barrier to entry for white women, but I'm not a white woman. I can count on one hand the number of white women who I know and trust. So we just gonna talk about us. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about me. I would use the fact that I just got a fresh relaxer or a fresh cut as an excuse to not go to the gym and to not really do anything physical. Truth be told. Here's the thing. That's not a real excuse. In case you don't know, if this is your first time ever seeing me, under this head wrap, which is actually a pashmina that I bought off the street for $5, I have a pixie cut and I have a relaxer. So people think that that means that because I have less hair and because it's not as textured, that maintaining my hair when I work out must be easier. Not so, because I sweat profusely in my head mostly. So when I work out, the days that I do intense workouts where I'm doing cardio, where I'm doing weightlifting, where I'm doing circuits, I don't try to salvage my hair. I put on a cap, which you guys see, and I move on with my day. What I do after that is that I go home, I I take off my cap, whatever. I brush it out a bit just because I don't like the idea of all that sweat being in my head. I'm not gonna wash my hair every day. We all know that's not like really a thing for some of us. So I at least brush out some of the sweat so that my hair doesn't feel crunchy under my head wrap when I put it back on the next day or when I put it on the next day to begin with. And I rub a little oil in it because again, I am serious about keeping my hair moisturized, about keeping my ends healthy, and I have really, really thick hair, so I always want to do the best that I can to make sure that it is lustrous and beautiful, even when I'm not showing it to the world. So the other thing that I do, if you have a pixie cut and you have a reasonably fresh relaxer, you can just wear your hair in a mold for a couple of days. And even when I wear my hair in a mold when I'm working out, I'll tie it down and I will not take that scarf off until it is completely dry. And then the next day, I will put on a knotted headband. I'm obsessed with these because not only are they a fun way to elevate your look, they also hide the part of a pixie cut that is the most problematic, which is like your halo situation. So if you're in need of a relaxer or you can't really do much to this, but you can take care of the top part of your head, or if you're just gonna wear your mold, this will hide your kitchen, this will hide your sides, and they come in like cute patterns, cute colors. These are a great option. Also, like I said, I wear my head wraps all the time, at least 2 days a week, because I still have to go to work. Sometimes I have events to cover, and I don't want to give myself excuses not to work out. Now, for people who have different kinds of hair, couple of options. You can do protective styling like braids, whatever. I had braids. I found it incredibly difficult to work out with them because they were very heavy, and I was like, what do I do with all this? Had no idea. There's also sew-ins. I have had many a sew-in in my life. I had a full head sew-in one time when I was like inspired by Black China. It was back during her tiger phase. We didn't know a whole lot about her. I just thought that she was cute, so I took her hairstyle. It was fun. But that's not something I can have for the rest of my life or that I want to have for the rest of my life. People also use wigs. My trainer swears by wigs. I'm not a wig girl. In my opinion, wigs only look great when certain people do them, but if you want to rock out with a wig, go for it. I support you. The other option for people who have hair, whether it's like relaxed or natural or whatever, is something that I used to do before I cut my hair, before I went back relaxed, which was a bun. I lived and died for my bun. It was my favorite thing. Now, if you don't want to do any of that and your hair just means that much to you, because we all know, if you're on this channel, I'm going to assume that you know how important our hair is to us. I'm not going to give you that whole history rundown. So I get it. We spend a lot of time in the salon. We spend a lot of time on products. We spend a lot of money on time and products. What I spend to maintain my hair in New York is ungodly. So I understand if you don't want to sacrifice your hairstyle, but don't use it as an excuse not to go to the gym. Don't use it as an excuse not to do something for your body. Here's the thing. Don't do like I used to do and throw the baby out with the bathwater. It really used to be like, well, I got my hair done this week, so I can't. The gym won't see me, y'all won't see me, whatever. Don't do that. You can always do something to take care of your body. You can do meditative stretching. You can do light yoga. And I mean light yoga because yoga ain't no joke, okay? Like, some days I do yoga and I'm like, damn, I really could have just like hit the treadmill or the Stairmaster because I sweat. Like, I don't sweat cute, I sweat. Like, I literally just came from a shopping trip and I was low-key embarrassed because I had like sweat stains from where I was wearing this thick ass teddy coat and walking through Soho. It's ridiculous. So you can do, again, meditative stretching. You can do light yoga. You can do like an active rest day where you just casually are doing some cycling on a stationary bike. You can take a longer walk. If you live in New York, get off at a subway stop that's a couple of stops away from the one that you normally would, and that can give you some extra steps. Speaking of steps, take the steps on the days where you're just like, I got my hair done, I have an event, I need to preserve this style. Girl, I'm with you, I feel you. Everybody want to look good. Like my nephew say, I look good, I feel good. Shouts out to Dash. Like, I get it. Just make sure that on those days where you know you're not going to make it to the gym, where you know that you're not going to, do like an intense workout, make sure that you do something that day to honor your body. Just do something. I get it. Like, our hair means so much to us. We spend what I think is a reasonable amount of time and money to make sure that we look good. It's just a part of our culture, and I think it's a beautiful part of our culture, but I don't want us to use it as an excuse to not take care of our bodies. So the other thing that I want to express to you guys is that when you opt to wear head wraps, don't neglect your edges. That's one of the things that I like the most about using this as an option, is because the only thing I have to worry about is my edges. And my favorite product for my edges right now is Mielle Rosemary Mint Strengthening Edge Gel. I don't know if you guys can see it, if that light is too bright. Either way, I'm gonna put a link to where I got this from in the description. Again, I think that head wraps are a fun, cute way to add an accessory to a look. I think it adds to the look. It doesn't take away from it. I also have a colleague who is a fashion designer who makes these really amazing, she calls them halos, but they're kind of like headbands, and they are beautiful. They come in an array of colors and patterns. And again, just because you're maybe hiding your hair or protecting your hair doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your look. So look for ways to have fun with it, but do not let your hair be the reason why you don't do something for your body that day or that week. Also, be strategic in your planning. I know for me, something that I've learned recently is that it's not a good idea to go super hard in the gym back to back days. You have to have rest days or active rest days, which is something that I just mentioned before. Take advantage of that. For example, if I have an event to go to on, let's say, a Wednesday, and I do my hair or get my hair done on Tuesday, on that Tuesday night, maybe I'll just do light yoga, or I'll go for a long walk, or I'll make sure that I take the stairs as much as I can that day, so that when Wednesday comes, my hair is good to go. I don't have anything to worry about. And then come Thursday, I can go super hard in the gym with my cardio, with my circuit training, with my weights. It's gonna require planning. This is gonna require a little bit of sacrifice. Again, we're prioritizing our bodies. We're prioritizing ourselves on this journey. That means moving some other stuff around. So you have to have a conversation with yourself. Is it more important to you to be the bad bitch Trina told you that you could be? Or do you want to just hold on to this hairstyle for like 2 or 3 extra days when you probably gonna have to do it again anyway? just something to consider. I'm not judging, I'm just tossing out some ideas for you. So if you guys have any additional ideas of what you do to maintain your hair when you are like serious in the gym, drop down in the comments, let me know. I want to hear from you so that I can give other ladies some ideas. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, and make sure that you are also subscribed to our weekly wellness newsletter, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.